A bar owner walked into his empty venue last Saturday, stared at the quiet room, and whispered, "I think this is the end." That single sentence captures the new reality in Las Vegas, where businesses built on noise, crowds, and constant energy are now collapsing under a silence they never imagined. The neon lights still glow, the music still plays in the distance, and tourists still walk the streets, but inside dozens of bars, the chairs are empty, the registers are slow, and the hope that once defined this city is starting to fade. What's happening here isn't normal. It isn't temporary. And it isn't just another slow season. Something deeper is happening, something that is quietly reshaping the very heartbeat of America's entertainment capital. The truth is simple: costs are roaring upward while visitors are slipping away. And for bar owners, people who survived recessions, slow tourism years, and unexpected downturns, this moment feels different. It feels heavier. It feels final. Many of them say the numbers don't make sense anymore. Rent is higher, supplies cost more, labor demands are rising, and foot traffic is shrinking. It's the kind of pressure that doesn't hit all at once. It builds slowly, then suddenly everything snaps. And right now, Las Vegas bars are snapping one by one. Across the city, bartenders talk about the same thing: nights that used to be packed are now half full. Weekdays that once felt alive now feel like ghost shifts. Even the weekends, the sacred hours of Vegas nightlife, aren't delivering like they used to. Some owners blame inflation. Some blame the new entertainment landscape. Others point to a shift in tourist behavior, people spending less, staying shorter, and prioritizing experiences that don't include traditional bars. But all of them agree on one thing: the math no longer works. One bar manager said it bluntly: "We used to make in one night what we now make in a whole weekend." And the most shocking part is that this pattern isn't isolated to one corner of the city. It's happening across the Strip, across downtown, across the suburbs, even in the spots that were once considered untouchable. According to industry insiders, some bars have lost more than a third of their revenue in just 1 year, and a few are teetering on the edge of permanent closure. They're cutting hours. They're reducing staff. They're shutting down entertainment nights. They're doing everything they can to survive, but survival in 2024 and 2025 looks very different from past downturns. The cost of operating a bar in Las Vegas has surged to levels that many owners call unbearable. Alcohol distributors have raised prices. Energy bills are up. Insurance premiums are up. Rent hikes are constant. And at the same time, tourists, all while still arriving in large numbers, are spending less per person. Some visitors say they simply can't afford to drink the way they used to. Others say they're being more selective. Some are choosing pre-game drinks from cheaper stores before entering the Strip. And many are turning to casinos, live shows, restaurants, and immersive attractions instead of bar hopping. It's a quiet shift, but a powerful one. And for bars, businesses that rely on volume, consistency, and high margins, this shift is devastating. Imagine relying on a wave that suddenly gets smaller each month. At first, you don't notice. Then the wave is half its size. Then one day, there is no wave at all. That's what many bar owners describe. A slow erosion followed by a sudden cliff. One bartender explained it this way: "We feel like the city is full, but our seats are empty." And that contradiction is becoming the central mystery of the new Las Vegas economy. Crowds are still here. Tourists still come for the lights, the energy, and the fantasy this city sells. But their behavior has changed. Their spending habits have shifted. Their expectations are different. They're choosing different experiences, more curated, more immersive, more controlled. And bars, unless they reinvent themselves, are being left behind. Some owners blame the new mega attractions like the Sphere, which reportedly draws huge crowds who spend their money on tickets and entertainment instead of nightlife. Others point to changing lifestyles, with fewer young people drinking heavily and more tourists choosing alcohol-free activities. Some compare it to a cultural shift. People want experiences, not consumption. And in that new economy, traditional nightlife becomes a shrinking corner of a city built for an older generation of travelers. An industry analyst said something even more unsettling: Vegas reinvented itself, but bars didn't. That statement stings, but it carries a painful truth. The city evolved around them. The casinos evolved. The resorts evolved. The entertainment evolved. But many bars held on to the same business model that worked a decade ago. And now, the world that once supported them has moved on. But the crisis isn't just about fewer customers. The bigger issue is the cost pressure coming from every direction. Some bars report ingredient price increases of 20 to 40%. Labor shortages force higher wages. Supply chain unpredictability makes planning difficult. And when combined with shrinking revenue, this creates a perfect storm. Even bars that are still busy say their profits have vanished. They're working harder just to stay at zero. One owner said, "Our bar is full on Saturday, and we still lose money." That sentence alone captures the new reality. It's no longer about popularity. It's about sustainability. Bars can be crowded and still collapse because the cost pyramid has shifted far beyond what revenue can match. And in Las Vegas, where competition is endless and margins are thin, that makes the downfall even faster. Some owners say they've had to abandon special nights, live performers, DJs, and promotional events because they simply can't afford the extra overhead. Others are cutting drink quality or shrinking cocktail sizes just to maintain margins. A few are quietly planning exit strategies. They don't want to close. They don't want to give up. But they see what's coming. They see the slow collapse that becomes a sudden one, and they're trying to step away before the breaking point. What makes this crisis even more painful is the emotional weight. Bars in Las Vegas aren't just businesses. They're social spaces. Escape spaces. Memory spaces. People come here to celebrate, unwind, connect, and feel alive in a city designed for escape. When those spaces go dark, something bigger is lost. Not just jobs, not just economy, but the spirit of nightlife itself. And as more bars struggle, the pressure spreads outward. Bartenders feel it. Servers feel it. DJs feel it. Security staff feel it. Suppliers feel it. And for many of them, the dream they came to Vegas for is slipping away. The city that once promised opportunity now feels like a place where only the biggest, richest, and most corporate venues can survive. The smaller, independent bars, the ones that give Vegas its character, are being squeezed out. And here's the twist: insiders say the next 12 to 18 months will decide everything. If inflation stays high, if spending continues to shift, if costs remain elevated, then many bars that are hanging on today won't survive tomorrow. They're not failing because they're bad. They're not closing because they're empty. They're collapsing because the math of the modern Vegas economy no longer favors them. Some experts argue the tourism numbers are misleading. Yes, people are visiting, but their spending is concentrated in fewer places. They're flocking to big attractions, new casinos, corporate clubs, and immersive experiences, leaving traditional bars in the shadows. If this trend continues, Vegas will still shine, but it will shine differently, with fewer independent venues and more corporate entertainment giants controlling the nightlife landscape. And for locals, the situation is even harder. Many say they're priced out of enjoying the city they live in. Drink prices have climbed. Cover charges feel impossible. Nights out feel like luxuries. Locals, once the backbone of weekday nightlife, are now visiting less, spending less, and staying home more. That shift removes another stabilizing pillar for bars already in trouble. As this pressure builds, some owners describe a chilling feeling. Not fear. Not panic. but resignation. The realization that they're witnessing the end of an era. That the city is evolving into something they can't compete with. And that the charm of the old Vegas nightlife, the one built on small bars, local spots, and personal connection, may soon become a memory. But the story doesn't end in darkness. It ends with a question that will define the next chapter of Las Vegas. Can bars reinvent themselves in time? Can they adapt to a city that's changing faster than ever? Can they survive a world where tourists seek different experiences and costs keep climbing? Or is this the beginning of a permanent shift, one where the small and independent fade, and only the mega entertainment giants remain? Only time will tell. But what we're seeing right now is a warning. A quiet collapse. A silent reshaping of a city that built its reputation on sound. The bars of Las Vegas are not just losing customers. They're losing the economic ground beneath them. And unless something changes soon, this may be the moment historians look back on as the turning point, when the old Vegas died, and a new one took its place. If this story opened your eyes, stay with us. Because what's happening in Las Vegas is happening in other cities too, and the economic patterns behind this collapse reveal something much larger about where America is heading. Like this video, subscribe to Economic Veyogas, and tell me in the comments, do you think Las Vegas bars can survive the next 5 years?